Hello, welcome to my channel 100 Days with Kajo. Today is day 19 of building our personal constitution. We'll be focusing on building a routine for big life changes. We are in our routine section. We talked about morning routines, evening routines, birthday anniversary routines, and our seasonal reset and reflection routines. It is super important for us to create a routine for our big life changes because good or bad, our body protects us from anything that is unknown. So we want to instill a practice that stops us from self-sabotaging opportunities, from having these limiting beliefs, and stopping us from actually entering in that big life change that could drastically change our lives, that could drastically improve our lives in the direction that we want to go. But again, our body protects us from the unknown. It cannot tell the difference between whether it's good or bad. It just knows that it doesn't know what the hell that is. And being able to create a routine for these big life changes eases our mind and our body to accept these new opportunities. So that way, when they come in, we're not running off again and self-sabotaging, that we are welcoming it, we are thinking critically and accepting it, that we're at ease when it comes to us. And don't say you never self-sabotage. You definitely have. Everyone has a little bit, and you want to make sure that you don't do that again, or at least you recognize it so that you can fix it. So you can fix it. And I get it. There's absolutely no way you can prepare for every single big life change, but there's one thing you can prepare for the doubt and fear that festers in your chest when it comes around. That's not cute. We want to fix that. We want to get rid of it. Okay, thank you. I was just about to get to that part. Don't mind her. But some key points that we want to keep in mind are we have to let go of the idea of perfection. We are not perfecting every single facet of your life. We are merely just regulating our emotions and ensuring that when big life changes do come, that we have something that we can turn to make sure that we are grounded and level-headed and can accept it and to be able to critically and clearly think about it. I also want you guys to practice flexibility. Things come and go out of your life, and big life changes, sometimes you don't even know it's coming. So building this routine of knowing how you feel, of being able to regulate it, allows you to be flexible and not to be as rigid and be like, well, I've always done this and I'm not going to change it and I'm scared. Like, you don't want to do that. You want to be able to relax and be like, you know what? I can make time for that. I can do that. You know what? This isn't such a bad idea. You want to have that type of flexibility and openness. Another key point is definitely journal. Sometimes you don't want all your emotions and how you feel up here. You want to like get it out. And then when you see it on paper, sometimes you can recognize how ridiculous that is. And you're like, oh, there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, write down worst case scenarios and be like, okay, how is that likely to happen? If that does happen, is there an easy way for me to remedy that? Yeah, there is. And you typically just literally talk yourself out of it. Like, okay, there's nothing to be afraid of. Let me critically look at it and reevaluate it. And lastly, just like my friend just said, there's only so much you can prepare for, and there's no possible way that we can get rid of all uncertainty, right? Big life change happens and you're a little worried and you're a little scared, and that's okay. It's okay to be a little excited and stuff, but we cannot 100% eliminate uncertainty. We cannot say, oh, well, if you do this, then it's going to 100% work out and everything's going to go your way and blah, 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 blah. I feel like at the grand scheme of things, everything will work out and will go your way. But to get there, there might be some ups, there might be some downs, there might be some sideways, there might be some redirections. And building this routine allows you, again, to have that flexibility and to have that openness to clearly evaluate it and to see the brighter side of it and see how it's moving you towards the right direction, or see like why maybe this wasn't the thing for you. A little FYI, I am creating a personalized affirmation app, and if you haven't done so already, go to my description box, join our emailing listing if you're interested for when it comes out, and to answer my survey so I understand what your needs are. Thank you, I love you, and let's continue with the rest of the video. So what I'm going to go over is a routine that I created for myself for when big life changes are coming, or they're around, or I feel it coming. The first thing you want to do is acknowledge your emotions. Are you nervous? Are you excited? It's okay to have those emotions because we're human. You have to make sure to give yourself grace. So definitely take a deep breath. And recenter yourself, right? You want to make sure you pull back in yourself and say, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not in imminent danger. I am all right. I get to decide how this moves forward. Blah, 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 blah. Like, literally just speak good things into your emotions and to recognize it and acknowledge it. Because you don't want to just be like, you're stupid for being scared. You're stupid for... Relax. It's okay. It's unknown. Our body is scared of the unknown, good or bad. The next thing I want you to do is engage with routines that typically stay stable throughout the year. So for instance, my morning routine, my evening routines, practically the same every single day. I rarely change it. Maybe I'll add a product here and there, but as far as like what I do, like brushing my teeth or when I wash my hair or when I do a face mask or whatever, there's a set schedule and it never changes really. So I engage with it. And during that time, I'm like, okay, I'm okay. Why is this a good idea? Well, for one reason, I get to blah, 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 and I get to la, 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 and I get to wah, wah, wah. Like, okay, like you're more relaxed because now your body's in a space, in a routine, in an area that it's familiar with and it's not as scary. So it's like, okay, there's no reason for us to run. There's no reason for us to freak out. We're just washing our face. We're just washing our face. And then you're speaking these good things. You're evaluating and thinking about this big life change that just into your life or that's happening, and you're able to think more clearly and to be more relaxed because you're in a space to be relaxed. Like imagine like someone's asking you like, hey, what do you want to eat? And a bear is chasing you. You can't think about what you want to eat. Forget about what do you want to eat. A bear is chasing you. Versus when you're in your room, laying down, maybe watching your favorite TV show. Someone's like, hey, what do you want to eat? You're like, what do I want to eat? Maybe Mexican, maybe Japanese, maybe like you are able to really think about it and relax and to make that decision. The next thing you want to do is to stay organized. Organized, 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 organized. You want to break this big, bad, scary thing into small steps and decisions and prioritize what needs to be prioritized. For instance, when I went to LA, it was like, I got the phone call from my agent saying, hey, like you booked the job. And I'm like, oh my God. And like, I'm excited. But because I went to Chicago Fashion Week in October, I was like accustomed to just like grabbing what I needed to go, to find a place, whatever. The first thing I did was like, okay, relax, look at plane tickets, ask them what time you need to be there, book that first. Before anything else, I booked my plane ride. So I'm like, okay, now I can think about what I need to pack. Now I can think about X, Y, and Z. You want to make sure that you prioritize what's more important first, because then you feel more in control. You can't control every aspect of your life. I get it. Girl, I try to do that every single time. It never works. But I mean, no, it does work. Let me stop. But I'm trying to also be more flexible and more open to inviting new opportunities and changes, because like, again, I want these big things to happen for myself, and I can't be rigid. So first, I of course get the most important thing out of the way, and then I can focus on like smaller tasks, and it makes me feel more in control, more relaxed, being like, okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was. And the reason why that worked out so well for me when I was going to LA for the job I booked, again, is because I went to Chicago Fashion Week in October, and I quite literally did the same thing. I was like, you know what, I want to go. I want to immerse myself more in this type of industry and people, because I wasn't as, not only I wasn't as into it, but like where I'm physically located, it isn't as present. So I found a hostel. I made plans of like where I wanted to go. I knew the type of things I need to take with me, like makeup and skincare and extra underwear and blah, blah, blah. And of course, like we have those things in mind, but I was in that space of like, oh, I'm there for this. And like when I was going to LA, I was like, I've done this before. I can relax. I'm good. So it allowed me to be able to look at it more safely and more open-minded and more, I'm gonna say okay, but like just more relaxed. The last thing you want to do is connect with your loved ones, talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to people that you love and that they love you and that you trust. They can think more clearly on these big life decisions or big life changes that are happening to us, because they're not directly involved, they're not directly impacted. They're able to see it from a more positive, a more critical, a more clear mind than we are, because we're swimming in it. We're trying to figure it out. Like imagine if you're like in a tidal wave and you're trying to get to the top, and you're like, oh, I need to grab something, right? Someone at the edge is like, hey, like there's a giant log right next to you, but you can't see it, right? Because you can only see so far. But they're like, no, you're good. The log is right there. And you're like, where? And they're like, oh, just to your left, just reach out your arm. You're like, oh, okay. You know, it's like, think of it from that perspective. I know that was so extra. But literally, sometimes we just can't see it because we're in the middle of it, versus someone that is a semi-spectator and they're like, oh, like, you're good. It's right there. Oh, you're not that far from the shore. Just stand up. Like, imagine you think you're drying. They're like, just stand up. You're good. And being able to have people you can connect with in that way, and to reassure you and to tell you you're all right and to go for it. And it might be scary, or they're like, you know what? this might be something you want to think about, but like otherwise this is a great idea, I think you should go for it, is really encouraging. Sometimes we just need that echo chamber. And also you do want to know that if they say something that you didn't particularly want to hear, so let's say you're like, oh my god, I went to move to Alaska, and your friend who loves you and has good intentions is like, I don't know, like, are you sure? Alaska, that seems a little cold, I don't know if it'll fit you. And immediately you're sad because you're like, wow, like, I thought you would support me. Then that already told you the decision you need to make. You were sad that they said no to Alaska. That means you were looking for a yes. Your answer is yes. So sometimes when you ask other people, that tells you your answer. Oh, I'm unsure, I don't know what to do, I'm confused. They didn't say what you wanted to hear, boom, you already know what the answer is. And if you just need that extra guidance, it's there for you. But you're not necessarily going to them to seek validation. If you're super excited, they're like, yeah, go for it. And that gets you even more excited. You're like, yeah, I'm going for it. You already know the answer. You're going for it. That was your echo chamber. If you want to instill confidence and reassurance in yourself while creating your personal constitution, follow my channel of Firmly Active Affirmations, where you'll find affirmations, EFT tapping, guided yoga, and so much more. For soundscapes such as brown noise, rain sounds, and even TV static, to sleep, study, and meditate too, follow my channel of Firmly Sounds. Of course, I want you guys to include any big life changes that you feel, big life change routines that you feel you want to incorporate into this, that will help you kind of ease those limiting beliefs and to invite those opportunities in for you. This is super important for me because, you guys, I truly believe that, like, even though I'm blessed, even though I love my life, even though like so much good has happened, I do feel that so much more could have happened, so much more, I could have been so much further in life had I just not had those limiting beliefs, had I not scared away those opportunities or been fearful of the unknown and XYZ. And I'm somewhat adventurous, I'm somewhat inviting of those things, but I recognize that for what I want to do, for where I want to go, and for what I want to experience, I need to be even more open. And I understood that for a really long time. Since I was younger, I had this very, I'm gonna say toxic relationship, but a very dependent relationship with stability, with safety. And yes, I prioritize my stability, yes, I prioritize safety, but at what cost? You know, I need to allow room for flexibility, I need to allow room for potentially getting hurt, for potentially being disappointed, but understanding that that's just redirecting me to the things that I actually want, that just shows me that this isn't for me, or this shows me that I actually want A, B, and C and not this. I need to invite those somewhat negative experiences. Well, let me reiterate. I will go after something and it potentially not working out can feel like a negative experience. Let me say that. I'm not intentionally going out to like hurt myself. It can feel hurtful to be like, oh, I didn't get it, or to feel like I feel left out, or to feel blah, 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 blah. I need to be able to be okay with that happening around me, because that just shows me where I need to go and where I need to be redirected. And y'all, I know I sound like, I don't even know, but I need to tell myself this to be able to move forward. It's when you guys get in this space, you will know what I'm talking about. And when people would say like limiting belief, this, law of assumption, law of attraction, blah, 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 I was like, this is bull, this is bull, this is bull. It is in fact not bull. It is in fact not bull. This thing is science. It is science. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that this is super, super important. The routine section is super, super important. The whole, from the beginning, right? From your preamble, through your grounding articles, to your routines is super important, because you guys, this quite literally lays the foundation before we go into our other sections. And our next section is health and wellness, which is somewhat foundational, but I'm telling you guys, here, how you feel is important. Okay, I would tell myself feelings are not facts, and that's a lie. Feelings are facts. Feelings are law. How you feel dictates what you experience, dictates what you will come across, dictates the people, opportunities, and the places that you interact with. Your feelings dictate all of that, right? So you want to make sure that if your feelings are going to be facts, if your feelings are going to be law, they need to be a good law. They need to be good facts. They need to be positive. They need to be encouraging. They need to be loving and compassionate. Your feelings have to be so good, because they are law. They are fact. fact. Like the whole, like I'm telling you guys, I would try to like not be emotional and detach from my feelings. Literally, I cannot. Like all I am is feelings. Everything I do is feelings. Everything I do is feelings. So I need to make them good feelings, good facts, good laws, encouraging laws. Like all of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. I just want to reiterate that because it's super important, and I get it. Maybe I'm long-winded, maybe I'm talking a lot, but I'm telling you, it changes everything. And I can't say like, I figured it all out. No, I'm still working through it. I'm still building that, but I've come such a long way. Such a long way. Such a long way. And I wanted to share it. And that's why I'm doing this personal constitution, and that's why I'm quite literally building my personal constitution as I'm recording this, because there's no reason why I should just do this by myself and not invite other people in. Okay, I love you guys, and I will see you in our next section.